take a lot from this game. Really trying to get better. We really used this game to help us. We thought Northeastern did a great job. They really played hard. Really got after the offensive glass. I thought that was a big part of them having some success. Coach Cohen does a great job, and I thought his kids played really hard and well. And I thought our guys showed great promise. They battled back. They showed the heart of a champion coming back and getting this thing to overtime. And then we had a couple of chances here, and things fall our way. We're sitting here smiling. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way, but there are some things that we got to get better at. But also, I thought there were some things we did pretty well.
Daryl, DJ, what was your feel of the atmosphere out there? I mean, this was a packed house. Both teams had a lot of fans there. It seemed like on every play, the crowd was really into the game. You get locked into the game sometimes, and sometimes it's not always easy to pick it up. But could you sense what the atmosphere was?
Yeah, I could sense it a lot. I mean, it was a lot of people out there. They were cheering. They were booing for the opposing team. I mean, it was fun.
Yeah, can you start with the swing of motions? You guys had that comeback in regulation, then in overtime, a little bit of control, and then they go on the run to finish.
Could you repeat that one more time?
Just the swing of emotions from the run you guys had in regulation to the run they had in overtime.
Yeah, we expected that. It's an inner city rival, it was a big game, but I mean, we're trying to get better day by day, and we knew what it was going to come down to before the game, like rebounding, and they competed really hard on the glass, and our heads are still up. We're focused on getting better,
DJ, how do you feel you handled the full court press that Northeastern threw out at you several times during the game?
I think in the beginning I was a little flustered by it, but we adjusted from it, and I think it didn't trouble us too much in the second half.
What did you guys do in that last 5 minutes of regulation to rally?
I think we just fought hard, kept our heads up, had a good attitude, and we kept fighting. We were in that position last year, so it was nothing new to us.
Daryl, can you explain, I guess, why the offense kind of sputtered in overtime? Was it Northeastern's defense, or just you guys flat out just missing shots that were makeable?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we missed some big free throws. The game was there. I mean, it was there for us. I mean, in overtime, we were just focused on the defensively, and just crashing the boards and stuff like that. We're not really worried about the offense spin too much, because that's just going to flow. You're going to miss and make shots sometime.
Coach, did Northeastern's ability to rebound and play inside catch you off guard at all? Because that's not something that Northeastern's done well at all.
No, I thought with the makeup of their team, and then obviously it's still young in the season. They got some guys that didn't play last year, a few guys that were hurt, then they had a transfer. But I thought they would try to maybe attack inside, just looking at the makeup of their team. And I was not surprised by the glass, and we went into the game knowing that was probably going to tell the tale of who was going to win the game, who controlled the backboard, and obviously they did.
Did the play of the Spencer kid in any way catch you off guard?
You know what? I didn't really get into individual guys out there hurting us. He played well in some spurts. I don't know if I thought about it like that. I just knew there were some guys really getting up there and getting after the ball, and he was one of them. So, that was the big thing that I was watching when I was coaching, was them really controlling the backboard.
DJ and Daryl, both you guys, I know you guys hit some big threes as a team, hit some big threes to get back into it, but it seemed like it was really kind of spurned by getting to the hoop, getting into the paint, getting out in transition, and that was something that, John did a lot of last year, was getting to the hoop and getting to the line. Is that something that's an emphasis for you guys now?
I mean, with our offense, we're really spread out, and there's a lot of lanes to drive, and I mean, we have a lot of great shooters, so it opens up a lot of stuff.
I think as the year goes on, those things are going to come together for us. We'll find that balance. Your new philosophy, new coach. It's going to take us time to get it all, but we're moving in the right direction.
Daryl, with this being the first game of the season, did you all feel any sense of a rust out there at all?
I mean, I think every team in the country probably would. You've had the summer. You're playing nothing but pickup. College basketball, pickup's two completely different things, So, I mean, we did this last year. Start off the season slow, but I mean, that's how you finish, So, I mean, we just got to keep tapping.
DJ, you've been, your first year of, a very, very good free throw shooter. Was that just kind of fluke game?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I missed a lot. I think I missed about 6 of them. I don't know what was going on, to be honest. I just missed shots.
Joe, I'm sure from the outside you had some sense of this rivalry, but just talk about, especially your first game, coming in and getting thrown right into what it was like, the atmosphere, and just everything.
Yeah, I thought our administration did a great job of getting out and really publicizing the game and getting people here for the game. I think it speaks volumes to what these guys have done last year and in their careers here. They get a lot of support from a lot of people here because they're terrific kids and they play their hearts out. So it was great. It was a great game. In terms of early game in the season. Terrific opponent, and like I said, we make some plays down the stretch, and it's a completely different story.
Coach, when you guys are struggling at the three-quarter line, is your philosophy keep shooting if you're open, or is it we need to get the ball inside?
Yeah, we got to find at times we got to find a little bit better balance, and I think over the course of the year we're going to find that. But definitely we want to have some balance, but also we got some great looks.
Yeah.
I think we had a bunch of wide open ones, especially in the first half. We're going to take those, but we just have to have a little bit more of a balance of throwing it in and attacking teams inside and playing a little more inside out.
Coach, can you just comment on what you liked from James and Zach in their first games?
Well, it was probably a typical first game for a freshman. A lot of things for those guys to understand, but they look comfortable out there. I thought they went out and played hard. That's what we want from them. Both kids are very talented. Both kids are going to have great careers here, and it was a good start for both of them.
DJ, was the final play of regulation drawn out for you, or do you spring across a Griffin screen and take the three from the left wing? Is that how it's supposed to come out, or?
Actually, I don't think it was. I think it was set up for Matt Griffin, but he was covered, so he drove and kicked it. So.
Can both of you guys, coach as well, just take me through when you guys go down 73-72 in overtime, coming out of a timeout with 1:07 left, Dom winds up shooting a three. What was drawn up in that, and what were you guys looking on that possession?
I can't quite remember exactly what we ran on that possession, but that's kind of part of the offense. We just want to make sure we get the right guys taking the shot when he's there. I thought Dom was open, and if he's open, he's got to shoot it. But certainly, I don't remember if we were running. I think we were running at that time something for DJ. They're trying to drive it and kick it, and we just got playing, and Dom ended up with the ball in his hands. But the play wasn't designed for Dom to shoot a three. I can tell you that.
One of the kind of knocks on Dom last year was he's as big as he is. He's as skilled when he gets around the hoop, and he spends a tremendous amount of time on the perimeter.
Yeah.
Is that something you want to change? Because you guys get beat by 20 on the glass. Yeah. He's one of the biggest players, and he winds up taking most of his shots from behind the arc and not hitting any.
Yeah, we just got to get, we just got to get a better complement to that. You want to be able to get him around the basket more. When you play 4 out 1 in, and he ends up being your 4-man, that's what happens. You look at his girth; he looks more like a center, but he plays the 4. So, a lot of times your philosophy, you play 4 out 1 in, he's on the perimeter a lot, but. There are ways where he can get him in there. We got to do a better job of getting him in there.
The statistic that you shined at most tonight was points off turnover. Does that surprise you with this club?
No, we're pretty fast. I think one of the things we want to really attack them in transition. We felt like we can get out and run if we can get stops. I thought we did a decent job of that, especially in the first half. And we probably scored a bunch of baskets after both our stops.
Last question.
Coach, I know James Kennedy played pretty solid in the first half with 3 rebounds. Were there any particular reasons he didn't see any time in the second half?
Yeah, he's I think James is going to be a very good player. But if you were at practice, you would know that he's a freshman and he's still learning. And tonight we wanted to go with our veterans down the stretch for sure.